afternoon. Today, we're going to talk to you all about your credit story. Okay. Your credit situation, your credit past. It is not over. This is just the beginning. We are just getting started. All right. So, here, let's go ahead and get ready for today's information. Okay. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys go ahead and download our free ebook. It's right there above my head. So, scan that QR code to download our free ebook. And, guys, listen, we get questions all the time. People ask us all the time, can we help you improve your credit score? Can we help you accomplish your credit goals? The answer is yes. Okay. If you would like for us to make you a custom game plan, scan that QR code right there on your screen. All right. Or click the link in the description below. You guys can see right here, we helped a young lady go from a 657 to a 684, improved all of her credit scores. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. Matter of fact, we're going full screen today. We're going full screen today. So, what are we talking about? First off, we're talking about your credit goals. Okay. And the reason why is because a lot of times people focus on what has happened in the past, right? They say, well, I have a bankruptcy. I've had a chapter 7 bankruptcy. I've had a chapter 13 bankruptcy. My credit score is in the 300s. I'm in the 400s. I'm in the 500s. My credit score won't move. Every time I do something, my credit score drops, right? You're trying everything, but your score is not improving like it should. Here's why. You guys ready? Because what you're doing is not working. And because it's not working, you feel like it's too late, that you can't accomplish your goals. You can't get to where you want to go to. That's not going to happen in 2025. I'm not going to let that happen in 2025. You know why? Let me show you one of the things that I have coming up this week just for you. I got this coming up just for you. Watch this. I want you guys to check this out. I'm interviewing a consumer lawyer. You guys see that right there on my screen? I am interviewing a consumer lawyer. Okay. We're going to be talking about debt collection. We're going to be talking about bankruptcy. We're going to be talking about wage garnishment. We're going to be talking about evictions. All the stuff that nobody wants to talk about, we're going to talk about that. You know why? Because my clients, there's a lot of people inside of our 850 Club Elite community, and they're asking questions. They're saying, man, can I still qualify for home ownership even though I have collections on my credit report? You're going to find that out this week. Can I, if there's a debt collection company and they keep calling me, do I have to pay them? And what happens if I don't? We're going to talk about that. Okay. Now, registration's closing for this, so you all need to get in the room ASAP. Okay. Now, this is going to be on Thursday. So here, check this out. I'm not just interviewing him. If you all have questions for a consumer lawyer, this ain't just no random person on YouTube. Okay. This isn't some random commercial that you've seen some random guy talk about. So if you have questions about collections, if you have questions about wage garnishment, if you have questions about evictions, anybody ever dealt with any of this stuff? Let me know inside the comment section below. Is this resonating with anybody? Okay. Is this resonating with anybody? Here, let me put the link inside the chat too. I know many of you guys are on the road, watching us at work, wherever you guys are watching us from. Listen, I'm going to put this link inside the chat below, and I'll be inside of the chat here in a minute. But Elite, no volume. Oh, okay. You guys can't hear me. Okay, good. All right, perfect. You guys can't hear me. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, good. Let me know. I'll keep an eye on the chat as well here. But here, guys, check this out. If you have questions about evictions, you have questions about collections, you have questions about what to do with collection companies. What happens if you pay and you don't pay, right? How do you stop wage garnishment, right? How do we do those things? I'm going to show you. This Thursday, we're going to get those questions answered, guys. We're going to get those questions answered this Thursday. All right. So here, you want to make sure, let's see here. Let me make sure. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. Let's do that instead. So here, check this out. So listen, Okay, good. You guys can hear me. Thank you, Empress. Thank you, Empress. Booker, I see you. I see you in the building. Listen, so check this out. Your story's not over, guys. What do I mean by that? You just need to have a strategy. You need to be around people. You need to be around information. It's really information, right? What are two things I said we're going to focus on this year? What are the two things I said we're going to focus on this year? We're going to focus on information and execution. Information and execution. I can talk to you all day about improving your credit scores, the best credit cards to get, secured credit cards, lowering your car payment, buying a home, selling a home, taking doing a cash out refinance on your auto loan. I got all that. I got all that information here, but it means nothing without action. Somebody put action inside the comment section. I need someone to put action inside the comment section. Okay. What's taking action? Let me show you what's taking action. Scanning this QR code right there on your screen so you can join us this Thursday. That's taking action. Right now, even if you say, well, Calvin, I don't have collections. I don't deal with that type of stuff. It's still good to know that information. It's still good to know the legal behind things. See, a lot of people are lying to you. A lot of people are lying to you. They're telling you what you want to hear. Okay. They're telling you the things you want to hear. You want to hear, don't pay your collections. You want to hear, don't pay the banks. That's what some people want to hear. But here's the problem. You're not going to accomplish your goals that way. You're not. It's about the same banks that's out here. Chase Bank, Bank of America, the list goes on. It's the same banks that's out here. Just like we talk to each other, they talk to each other. You better believe they do. That's how they determine what the risk factors are and things of that sort, right? Here, check this out. There is a system that a lot of people don't know about. Watch this. It's called Fraud Guard. It's called Fraud Guard. Okay. You know what Fraud Guard is? Fraud Guard is now a lot of mortgage companies use this, but a lot of banks use a similar process. This is what Fraud Guard does. If a person gets student loans removed from their credit report, Fraud Guard says, hey, it's not on their credit report, but this is what's missing. This is what's missing. They're taking snapshots of your credit report. Okay. Before you even get stuff removed. Now, most of the stuff is things that, like public information or government information. What falls in that? Student loans. So when you guys saying, hey, I need to get my student loans removed off my credit report, let me give you a sidebar. First off, no one cares about your student loans on your credit report. No one. Student loans don't stop you from getting a car. They don't stop you from getting a credit card. They don't stop you from getting an apartment. Now, getting a house, it don't stop you from getting a house, but it affects the buying power, right? But again, if you get student loans removed from your credit report, right? If you get that removed, they still can see it. They can still see it. I'm trying to make sure I'm preparing you all. So listen, in 2025, we're not going to be surprised. We're going to be prepared. Someone put prepared inside the comments. Someone put prepared inside the comment section. Okay. We're going to be prepared. I'm preparing you all for what's about to happen. I'm preparing you all for what's about to happen. Some of you all right now are on the verge of bankruptcy. Some of you all need to file bankruptcy. Let me say that again. Some of you all need to file bankruptcy, but you don't know that. You're going to find out Thursday. You're going to find out Thursday. For those who are just joining us, this is what's happening on Thursday. I'm interviewing a consumer lawyer. He specializes in wage garnishment, bankruptcy, dealing with debt collectors, all that stuff, right? We're going to find out if bankruptcy is the option for you. You are killing your credit score by constantly being late because you can't pay nobody on time. And not in a bad way. It's not enough income coming in. So that means you need to strongly consider bankruptcy, but we're not going to stop there. Y'all, that's not how we do things at 850 Club. We're going to show you, hey, listen, listen, you watching this, it may be time for you to file bankruptcy, but we're not going to stop there. We're going to show you what accounts can help you build your credit score while you're in bankruptcy. That's right. There's a handful of banks that will allow you to improve your credit score while you're in bankruptcy. How many of you all knew that? A lot of people don't know that. It doesn't matter if you're chapter 7. It doesn't matter if you're chapter 13. I'm going to show you how to improve your credit score, how to essentially qualify for your goals, accomplish your credit goals, right? Even if you've had a previous bankruptcy, right? So that's what we're going to be. That's one of the things. That's one of the many things we're going to be talking about. Okay. But again, that's just one of the few things. So listen, registration is closing for that very soon. It's closing for that. So this is how it's going to go. We're going to do the interview. And after the interview, he's going to stick around not long. He's going to stick around for a few minutes to answer your credit questions as it relates to consumer law. So if you said, man, I got this collection on my credit report, I've been contemplating what I'm going to do about it. Find out what you need to do about that on Thursday. No more guessing, no more Googling, no more asking AI, no more talking to your pastor about it, no more telling your friends, your family about it. They don't have the answers. And not in a bad way, right? Most people want to help you. That's just not that's not their industry. It's not their industry. Okay. I can't tell you how many blood types there are. That's not my industry. I can't tell you how many bricks it takes to make a house. That's not my industry. But this is my industry. I know this industry. Okay. So you got to make sure you're going to be inside of the room. Okay. Registration is going to be closing for that in general. Okay. Let's keep going. I'm going to tell you guys a story because I got plenty of stories. I'm going to tell you guys a story. And some of you all have heard this story. It's one of the stories that's actually started the company. This young lady walked inside of the dealership. And well, actually, let me go back. She actually called the dealership earlier that day. This is when I was working at the dealership. This was part of the birth of 850 Club. Watch where I'm going. This was one of the key stories that made me want to start this YouTube channel. All right, watch this. She called the dealership around 12 p.m. She says, hey, I've gone to quite a few dealerships. I keep getting denied for a car. I got a good job. Why do I keep getting denied for a car? By the way, 70 to 80% of people that walk into a dealership can't buy a car. Random, right? I mean, crazy, right? Watch this. It's one of the stories I'm telling you. She did that. And so then I spoke to her. I said, listen, we got a lot of banks that work with a lot of people. Second chance programs, bankruptcy, all that. Not a problem. Let's see what we can do. She says, well, here, what time do you close? I said, we close at 9. She says, okay, I'm going to try my best to get there. The quickest I can get there is 8 o'clock. I said, that should be enough time. She says, I got to catch the bus to get there. And I got to pick up my kids. The lady had 4 kids. She had 4 kids. She had to catch the bus to get there. It took 45 minutes for her to get there. She gets there around about 8:10 or so. True story. Watch this. We then go ahead and I show her a few cars. I send the application into the bank. We sent it to quite a few banks. Every single bank denied her but one. Listen to me. Listen to me. That one bank that approved her wanted her to put down a certain amount of money she didn't have that night. She didn't even, she says, I need at least a month to get that money. At least a month to get this money. I said, well, that's the best we got for you. She was there until about 9:10 p.m. Here's the problem. She left without a car. Why is that a big deal? She had to get back on the bus. Why is that a big deal? The bus stops running after a certain time. Okay, you guys listening to what I'm saying? She had to wait over an hour. She had just missed the 9 p.m. bus. She had to wait until 10 p.m. We was done around 9:10, 9:15. This is what I'm saying. Your credit story is not over. Someone put in the comments, it's not over. It's not over. You can't let these things control you. You can't let these banks tell you how it's going to be. You have to tell the banks how it's going to be, but you got to be in position. She wasn't in position. I never want to see any of you all in that position. You got to bring your kids to the dealership. You got to ride the bus all the way there. You're there for over an hour. All the banks say no, except for one. And the lady never came back because she never saved up the money. Right? So again, but see, something like that, man, it'll make a person feel so down. I'm here to tell you that's the past. We talked about this last week. Y'all remember I was talking about last week about how there is the rear view mirror and there's the front windshield. You got the rear view mirror and you got the front windshield that's right there in front of you. Why is it that the rear view mirror is smaller than the front windshield? Easy, right? You got to see where you're going. Some of you all got that answer. Say, Calvin, this is common sense. A kindergarten can figure this out, right? This is basic stuff. Why are you telling us basic stuff? Because some of you all forget the basic stuff and it answers a lot of your questions. Watch this. In order for you to see where you're going in life, you got to be looking forward, spending a small amount of time. Some of y'all picking up already, spend a small amount of time on what's behind you. Some of you all driving like this in life. Some of you all driving like that. You spending so much time looking back. You spending all your time looking back, and you're thinking about when you got the eviction. You're thinking about when they took your car and they got the repossession. You're thinking about when you was at that dealership and they kept denying you. You're thinking about when you needed to get that loan and they denied you. You're thinking about when you needed to get that credit card and they denied you. When you needed to get that apartment and they denied you. This is the last year you get denied. This is the last year that you get denied. Put 2025 inside the comments if this is going to be the last year that you get denied. This is the last year. It's real simple. You know what most banks are looking for? They're looking for income, stability, and a credit score. They're looking for income. You got to have a job. You got to have a business. You got to have a side hustle. You got to have multiple streams of income. You got to have money coming in. They need to see that you can pay them. You got to have income. You can't buy nothing without income. You need income. Stuff costs money. I don't care if you run a church. I don't care if you work at McDonald's. I don't care if you work for corporate. I don't care if you own your own business. You must have income. My cell phone company, they need me to pay them. My car note, they need me to pay them. My son expects to have food in the refrigerator. You got to have income. There's nothing wrong with income. We don't talk about income enough. We always talk about cutting stuff off, cutting stuff back. We need to increase your income. It's nothing wrong with increasing your income. I got something that's going to hurt some of y'all feelings. You get paid based on the problem let me rephrase that. Wherever your money is coming from, let me clean this up a bit. Wherever your money is coming from, you can get more if you become more valuable. You need to become more valuable. You're not as valuable as you think you are. I'm not talking about as a person. I'm talking about what you bring to the organization. Right? You say, well, I wish my job would pay me more. You need to become more. You need to learn more. You need to be around people. Some of you all just go to work, complain, go home. Then you wake up the next day, you go to work, you may or may not complain, then you go home. You're not sharpening your axe. You're not sharpening that. You're not learning anything new. You got AI that's coming out. Some people saying, oh, I ain't gonna worry about that. You need to be learning that. You need to be learning it. You need to know what's going on in your industry. You need to be knowing what's going, because this is how you bring the income. We'll talk about that for another video. That's income. Stability. What's stability? Some of you all listen. I'm gonna bring the mic up close for this one. I want to make sure y'all don't miss this one. We're not gonna play around today. Some of you all are still using your mother's address, not in a bad way. Some of you all, let me rephrase that. Some of you all don't have an address. You're using your girlfriend's address. You're using your mom's address. Not in 2025. Now, unless you work over the road, you're never at home, you're a travel nurse, stuff like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people that don't have stability. Or every time you get an apartment, you always getting kicked out. You always get an eviction. Not in 2025. We got to stop that in 2025. You can't keep doing this in 2025, guys. We cannot keep doing this in 2025. Here, I got some solutions for you. You guys see, where's it at? Right here. You guys see right there. Listen, this is access to my 850 Club Elite. The 850 Club Elite. If you feel that you should be closer to your goals, but you're not, you don't have the right strategy. You need to talk to a credit strategist. Some of you all are trying to just get credit education. You can learn, right? A lot of people are addicted to learning, but allergic to execution. Some of you all watching this right now, y'all addicted to learning. You binge watch YouTube videos, you constantly reading, you constantly researching, but you're allergic. You are dragging your feet on execution. So what's an action step? It's plenty of action steps, right? If you want to get to your credit goals this year, all you got to do is watch my videos or watch YouTube in general, right? But I know for a fact we're going to bring you facts at 850 Club. Now, if you want to get there faster, I got the answer right here. The 850 Club Elite. This is where everything is. For those of you all who are just joining us, we got an event coming up this Thursday. If you have a collection on your credit report and you're trying to figure out, because here, let me break this down. Whether you get the item removed or not, you still owe the money. Do you know how many people have asked me that? They say, oh, Calvin, I was able to get this thing removed off my credit report. That means I don't owe them, right? No, listen, that just means that it's off of your report. Here, let me break it down to you if you were in grammar school. If you're in grammar school and your teacher gives you an F, here, I'm going to show y'all what an F looks like. Some of y'all ain't never seen an F before. Y'all been straight A students. Okay? I'm going to show y'all something today. Watch this. Here, I'm going to show you guys. This is a good example. Let me get a sheet of paper. Oh, you know what? Better yet, here, let me fold this. Yeah, I got some other stuff written down on here. Y'all ain't gonna find out about that. Some of y'all ain't never seen an F. Let me show y'all an F. That's an F. That's an F. That means you didn't do enough and you got a failing score. Watch this. This is what some of you all are doing. Y'all see that now? What letter is that? That's an A. Some of you all are turning your F's into A's. How are you doing that? You're saying, oh, I got this collection on my credit report. I got it removed off my credit report. I don't owe them anymore. That's fine. Here's the thing. You need to know legally, what can happen if you don't pay a collection. I'm not talking about a $100 collection. I'm not talking about a $200 collection. Some of y'all got $5,000 collections. Some of you all got $10,000 charge-offs. Some of you all got $20,000 charge-offs. You say, Calvin, I got that removed. Sounds great. What's your legal standing on that? Can they come after you? Can they garnish your wages? These are things that people listen. I know people not paying their credit cards right now. Some people can't afford to. Some people can't afford to pay their monthly car payment. They can't afford these monthly payments, right? I'm not trying to make you all feel bad. I want to be clear. I'm saying I'm bringing solutions. We know what the problems are. I'm bringing solutions. This man right here got solutions. He's got solutions. He's going to be talking about debt collection. He's going to be talking about bankruptcy, and he's going to be talking about wage garnishment, how to stop it. He says he has a strategy that can stop wage garnishment in 24 hours. Crazy. We're going to find out. Scan that QR code that's right there on your screen. Oh, that's my bad. I forgot. Hold on. I forgot. I'm going to put the link inside the chat. Don't y'all get mad at me. Okay, here. I'm telling y'all, I got that in already. Scan that QR code right there on your screen. Let's get that out the way. That's on Thursday. If y'all ready for Thursday, now registration's closing soon on that one. Y'all got to move quick on this. You got to move quick. And don't worry, if you can't watch the live, you will have access to the replay. Okay? But listen, if you're tired of not being where you want to be, I'm not talking about income wise. That's another video. I'm not talking about spiritually. That ain't the channel. I'm not talking about relationship wise. You and your kids, you and your spouse. I can't help you. I can't help you. Don't talk so much. That'll probably help you. Okay. I'm telling you, listen, I can't help you there. One thing I can help you though, I can help you get in position for home ownership this year. If you listen, you say you hate your landlord. I think you love your landlord. Why? Because you're dragging your feet. I'm not talking about just with the 850 Club Elite or 850 Club. I'm talking about you know enough information to put action behind it to get the score that you need to get the pre-approval to buy the property. Keyword I said was property. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want a house. No problem. Buy a building, collect rent, whatever you want to do, right? Either way, you're dragging, some of you all, not everybody, some of you all are dragging your feet. That's home ownership. Let's talk about cars. Listen, some of you all, we drive in cars that don't suit us. I'm not saying get into a certain amount of debt. I'm saying your car needs work. It's always breaking down. Some of you all need to, I talked to a client the other day. She says, Calvin, I'm just going to go into this file bankruptcy. I said, why is that? She says, Calvin, because what my car needs is going to cost me $5,000, $6,000 to get. It doesn't make sense for me to do that with this car. The car ain't worth it. She says, I'm just going to file bankruptcy. Some of you all in a similar situation. You feel like you've been painted into a corner. You feel like you don't have a lot of options. You do have options. You do have options. Somebody put in the comments, I have options. I have options. What options can you have? Improve your credit score. Get out of that loan. Listen, we always think it's real. Like we always think it's just buying cars and trading cars in. No. Some of you all need to refinance that auto loan. Some of you, listen, let me show y'all what happens when you listen to what I'm talking about. Let me show you all what happens when you listen to me. I'm going to show you all what happens when you listen to me. I know it's a lot of people got a lot of answers, but I'm going to show you all what happens when you listen to me. Watch this. We going somewhere. We going on a trip. Where's it at? Oh, now I look like I don't know what I'm talking about. Hold on one second. Y'all still with me? Y'all still with me? All right, here we go. There we go. Screen's about to change. Get ready. Check this out. You see this right here? See, a lot of you all just think, oh, well, you know, Calvin just talking. No. This is what happens when you listen to me. Check this out. Young lady right here. She may look familiar. Do you know why she looks familiar? You know Kanye West? Y'all know Kanye West. His daughter has a hairstylist. That's her. Yep. So listen, a lot of people have come to me for help. She says, Calvin, I want to improve my credit score. Easy, done. Credit score is where it needs to be. But see, I don't stop there. See, a lot of times you all, and some of you all do talk to some good people. They help you improve your credit score, but then they say, bye, have a nice day. Not me. I say, listen, let's put this score to work. I said, listen, what's up with your car? She says, I do need another car. Great. Let me go ahead and get you connected with my car people so we can get you a newer car. She says, Calvin, listen, I can't pay a car note over this. Don't worry. I'll make because of your new credit score. See, she always had double-digit interest rate. She was used to double-digit interest rates. Some of you all have never seen single-digit interest rates ever. In 2025, single-digit interest rates are coming to you. They're coming. But you got to take action. Somebody put action inside of the chat. Same things with these people here. This young lady actually found me on YouTube. She says, Calvin, I've never had a new car in my life. I've never had a newer car in my life. I said, listen, this is what we need to do. So I created a custom game plan for her. She followed it. She got the cars are easy. She got the car. Cars are easy. Let's talk about something more difficult. Y'all think is real difficult. It ain't difficult at all. Homeowners, left and right. Homeowners. I told y'all that story. Homeowners. It keeps going. Listen, many of these people, they didn't qualify. This couple right here, y'all talk about relationship goals. They didn't qualify. I put them in position. This young lady right here, I put her in position. This couple right here, I put them in position. This young lady right here, listen, I put her so well in position. She has me speaking to her sorority once a year. I talk to 100 people a year on a live Zoom specifically for her sorority. Sigma Gamma Rho's in the house. Any Sigma Gamma Rho's in the house? Yeah. Military, where y'all at? Military, veterans, where y'all at? I know y'all in the chat. I see that the average age group that watches me is between 40 and 60. We got some veterans in the house. First off, I want to say we appreciate you for your service and protecting where we live. That's number one. But number two, y'all are not maximizing your veteran benefits. Let me explain there. I want you all to understand something. Veterans and non-veterans. There's a VA loan. It's a Veterans Administration loan. Watch this. You can put $0 down on a house. Close your eyes. Y'all see me with my eyes closed? What happens when you close your eyes? You can't see anything, right? You see nothing. That's exactly what you got to bring to the not to the closing table. That's how much you got to bring. That's how much it costs you for a down payment to buy up to 4 units. Let me say that again, because some of you all forgot your veterans benefits. You can buy up to 4 units nationwide with a 580 credit score or more. 620 is better, though. That's the next tier. 620 is better. $0 as a down payment. Watch this. Veterans, y'all listening? Watch this one. I got one better than that. Watch this. I'm going to show y'all what we did for this guy. I'm going to show you all what we did for this guy. Watch this. Y'all listening? Write this down. We asked the seller to give us a closing cost credit. He already had $0 as a down payment. He still had to pay title fees, attorney's fees, a portion of taxes, a portion of insurance. He still had to pay that. He just didn't have to pay the down payment. So he still needed to bring $8,000 to the closing table. But not with me. I said, hey, seller, we got a veteran here. You like veterans, don't you? Who don't love veterans? We all love veterans. I said, seller, check this out. Let's do a veteran a favor. Let's get this veteran $8,000 so he don't have to bring anything to the closing table. They said that's the least I can do. By the way, he also don't have to pay property taxes. But you know what? None of that means nothing before he met me. You know why? Because his credit score wasn't where he needed it to be. His credit score wasn't where he needed it to be. Now it is. Now he's a homeowner. Now his kids are growing up in one of the best school systems in the state. All veterans, take advantage of your VA loan. Don't let your credit score hold you back. Listen, that's the 850 Club Elite. That's just a portion of what we do, right? Home ownership, easy. Somebody give me something hard. Give me something hard. I put people in homes on a regular basis. I've been putting people in homes for years. For years. They say it's difficult. Not with me. The home ownership is only difficult because you're talking to the wrong people. Let me say that again. Let me make myself a little bit bigger. Home ownership is only difficult because you're talking to the wrong people. You're talking to the wrong people. Or sometimes you're talking to the right people. They just don't know that. They don't know how to help you. Here, let me break this down for you. Real estate agents are not taught anything about credit scores. They take one of the hardest tests. There's plenty of tests that's out here, I'm sure. Plenty of hard tests. This ain't the bar exam. I'm not trying to knock other tests. But what I'm saying is they take a test. That test is difficult. They briefly brush through credit scores. You know why? Because they're not making the decision. The lender is. But I got one better than that. And lenders tell me if I'm wrong. Mortgage people tell me if I'm wrong because I know I'm not wrong. They don't teach mortgage brokers about credit. They say they may tell them the score range, and that's it. They say, hey, listen, we use FICO. That's from 300 to 850. We only accept 620 scores. That's it. They teach mortgage lenders how to make sure you fill out an application. You fill out that application, you put it through, and then the computer says approved, kinda approved, or denied. Which means that when you go to a dealership, when you apply for a credit card, when you apply for a personal loan, a refinance, a mortgage, all these things, and you're denied, the biggest issue is they don't tell people the steps of what they need to do. At the dealership, they kick you out. Credit card companies, they say you decline. You go to a mortgage representative, you decline. They say, call me when your credit score goes up. Sometimes they do it gives you like a couple steps, but a lot of times it's basic stuff. You all need more than basic. This couple right here, they needed more than basic. They needed someone to look at their credit report. They needed someone that was going to tell them exactly what they needed to do based on their situation, their income, their stability. I can do this stuff with my eyes closed. Another couple, boom, done. You say, well, Calvin, we want more than that. I got more for you. Listen, this is just some stuff I got. Right? Check this out. There's another person right here. He's lowering his car payment. Listen, a lot of people don't talk about this. You know why? Because a lot of people just want you to spend money, not just me. I want to make sure that you are saving, not just saving money, that you get the best terms. Watch this. Shout out to Dejan. Dejan is probably in the house. I don't know. He's usually in the evening times. He says, listen, I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but Calvin, you planted the seed. Motivation. Do you know why he's so happy? You know why he's happy? Let me show y'all why he's happy. You see this right here? This right here is his monthly car payment. Some of y'all done fell out. Some of y'all say ain't no way. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How do you feel about a $948 monthly car payment? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? He felt the same way. Look at that. Look at his interest rate. 18%. 18%. You want to improve your credit score? Watch my videos. You want to maximize your credit score? Join the 850 Club Elite. It's right there. Right there on your screen. See that QR code? Right there on your screen. Check this out. What do we do? Watch this. Let me zoom out so y'all can see this. I want to make sure y'all don't miss nothing today. Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See? This is why he joined the 850 Club Elite. He says, listen, I know I can improve my credit score. You all know you can do this. You all know that there's a way, if you follow certain steps, that your credit score can get improved. We know that. We're not dumb in here. That's where people stop, though. They say, hey, I went from a 500. I'm in the high 600s now. I'm in the 700s now. I'm in the 800s now. Great. Man, here, let me show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all this. Watch this. If y'all crazy enough to still be here, that means y'all serious about y'all credit goals. Watch this. I'm about to make I'm about to edit this real quick so you guys can see this. I'm gonna show y'all this one. Y'all won't believe this one. Watch this. I was looking at a credit report today, and I'm gonna show you all something that you won't believe. I don't say you won't believe it, but some of you all are in this situation right now. Here, let me pull this up. Watch this. If y'all crazy enough to be here, y'all crazy enough to hit y'all goals this year. How about that? All right. So here, I'm going to open this up. Let's open this up. All right. Here, matter of fact, I'm going to do this instead. Let me pull this up instead. Watch this. I'm going to share an image with you all. Watch this. Okay. Stick around. There we go. Here it comes. Watch this. Oh, we got it. We got it. Watch this. Y'all see this on y'all screen? Let me walk you all through what's happening here. Let me walk you through what's happening here. Okay. So right here on your screen, this is someone that have an over 700 credit score. What do you all see that's wrong with this photo? What's wrong with this photo? Let me know in the chat. What's wrong with this photo? Let me get into the chat, man. I know y'all going crazy in the house. Y'all hear me? Listen, Richard said, oh my God. I said, how do you feel about a $948 monthly car payment? Adina says, wow. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Sledge is in the house. The man with the bag of gems. He be walking around with a bag of gems. Appreciate you being Sledge. He says, 948. Y'all see that D word? He said, damn. Watch this. Watch this. It gets better, though. This is somebody else. This is another scenario. We're going to go back to this other scenario in a second. This guy has a 700 credit score. What's wrong with what's in front of you all right now? What's wrong? Let me tell you what's wrong. Let me tell you what's wrong is that he can refinance and he didn't know it. He didn't. Listen, some of you, the score don't matter if you're not maximizing it. I'm not saying go out there and be crazy like Sledge and go get 30 credit cards. Okay. Although that strategically you can do this. He said it's on every video, if not most of his videos. He says, listen, I don't recommend anybody do this. Shout out to Sledge, man. So you don't have to do that. I'm not saying go out and go buy 20 cars. I'm not saying go do stupid stuff like, like whatever you feel is like too much for you. And you feel like, oh no, I feel like I would be making the wrong decision, or I feel like that would be stupid, or I feel like that would be too much for me to handle. I'm not saying go do that. I'm simply saying maximize your score. This person right here was able to, this person right here didn't even know, they did not know that they can refinance their auto loan. Y'all see that? Santander. Let me tell you something right now. If you are, listen, off this alone, if you are financed with Santander, Regional Acceptance, Drive Time, the list goes on. If your interest rate is double digits, you need to be in the elite just so I can show you how to lower your car payment. I don't know why people don't want to know why people don't want to lower their car payments. I'm telling you. Let me go back to this. Let me pull this back up. Y'all got me? All right, so here, let me move this out the way. Remove that. Let me stop doing this. Let me stop doing this. Let me pull this back up. All right. But either way, guys, that's all it is. I'm just showing you all because I know some of you all are kind of dealing with this right now. If you don't like your car payment, we can show you how to lower that. They went from a 948 at 18% interest to an 814. We working magic up in here. Working magic. Listen, Sledge says 84 months. Yeah, the other one was I'm telling you, man, listen, I'm telling you. Anyway, let's get to the comments, man. Let's get to the comments. Let's get to the comments. Y'all know what it is. This is another person that improved their credit score 55 points. Y'all know what happens in the elite. Scan the QR code right there on your screen or right there at the top of the screen so we can go ahead and get you guys where you need to be. Okay. Here, let me stop sharing real quick. Let's go ahead and get into the comments here and we're going to wrap up. It's been 40 minutes, man. I'll be talking to y'all too long. Okay. Zoom says, hello, Calvin. I just joined the 850 Club Elite last night. Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Make sure you let us know your goal. Make sure you let us know your goals so we can help you so we can move. I want you all to move. We got to move quick. I'm not trying to rush nobody. I want you to get a win. I want to see scores going up. I want to see pre-approvals. I want to see debt paid down. I want to see settlements. I want to see collections removed. I want to see progress. I want to see you win. The more you win, let's see if we got some wins today. I'm going to dig around in here real quick. Let me see if we got some. There's always somebody doing something. Okay. There's always somebody winning doing something. Let's see. Matter of fact, let me just go up in here. Let me go up in this area here. Okay. Success stories and increases. Success stories and increases. Okay. Listen, I've been showing you all this stuff, man. I've been showing you all this stuff. Okay. So again, it can happen for you. It most definitely can happen. All right. So here, let me go back. Okay. All right. So Jillian's in the house. Elite is in the house. Appreciate you being here. Booker is in the house. Appreciate you being here, sir. All right. Boss lady, appreciate you being here. Empress says yes. Okay. We got that done earlier. I don't know what the audio issue was. All right. Empress says, hey, appreciate you being here. GDTV says, are you from Chicago? I'm just laughing at the channel name. But yes, I'm not from Chicago originally. I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee. And I've been here since 2004. Okay. But yeah, I'm in Chicago. Chicago done claim me and y'all won't let me go nowhere. Okay. You are very welcome, Empress. Thank you for doing what you was doing earlier. Jillian is in the house. She says action. GD says action. Zoom Bat already know what it is. They new to the elite. It's all about action. All right. It's about action. That's what's holding you all. That's what's holding a lot of you all back. You refuse to take action. You're dragging your feet. You're adding these puzzles. You're like, oh, I would do this if this can happen, and then this, and then if I can get this to happen. You're adding a puzzle. Why add the puzzle? Life already has its natural complications. It already has its natural difficulties. You're gonna have your natural roadblocks. Why are you adding stuff? Why are you adding? Well, man, I would buy a house, but I would improve my credit score, but I can't. Man, listen, you can't make your credit score go up and make excuses at the same time. You can't make your credit score go up and make excuses at the same time. Right? Listen, y'all better be in the building. TV says, I'm taking action Thursday. I know that's right. Get in there, GD. Get in there. Oh, by the way, for those of you all who are just joining us, let me show y'all what he's talking about. Let me show y'all what he's talking about. I'm gonna leave this up here. Okay. Listen, we're talking about debt collection, bankruptcy, wage garnishment. It's in the building. Make sure you scan that QR code. Here, let me put the link back inside the chat. Listen, we're gonna be breaking all this stuff down. See, all y'all friends on YouTube telling y'all don't pay y'all collections. You can listen to that if you want to. They're telling you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what the banks want you to know. I'm gonna tell you the right way to do it, not the shortcuts. There are some shortcuts. Don't get me wrong. But listen, we build credit over here with no fraud. Can we say that? Most of the people y'all listening to, they're teaching you all fraud. It's fraud. Now, if you want to do the fraud, do your thing. But don't get mad when you get stopped at the door. When they told you to add the fraud alert on your credit report. When they told you to add the fake identity theft on your credit report. When they told you to dispute stuff that you know, there's nothing wrong with disputing things, but when they're told you they're just giving bad information. They're saying dispute the entire account if it's got one late payment. Like all these things, you can only go so far. What I'm teaching you, the channel itself, what this channel is teaching you is that the information is going to be there. And this is for you, your family, and whoever else you want to share this with. Right? Okay. Booker says, no, he says, no, I know we're just talking about this very same thing is paying. He says, that's right. We talking about this inside the elite. We talking about this stuff. We're applauding people for paying down their debts, paying stuff off. Y'all keep listening to all these other people, right? She said, I got to get going. My break is over. I know that's right. And that's right. Listen, Boss Lady says prepared. You better believe it. We won't be surprised. We're going to be prepared this year in 2025. Okay. Boss Lady says, I joined the 850 Club Elite in January. By the end of March, I got my credit to where I got approved for a house and got approved for the amount I wanted. Boss Lady, we need to know stuff like this. Listen, Boss Lady, if you still watching, I need you to go outside, take a photo of you in the house, or at least the house. Send us a photo of the house, Boss Lady, if you still here. Y'all see this? Listen. Where's the elite at? Somebody from Elite, take a screenshot of this. Somebody from Elite, take a photo of this and put it inside the elite. I don't care who do it. I don't care if it shows up 2-3 times. Somebody in the elite, screenshot this. Take a photo of this. People think we playing. Shout out to Boss Lady. Congratulations, Boss Lady. Appreciate you being here. Listen, sometimes she be quiet. I know, because sometimes I see her name. Sometimes it's been a minute since I've seen her name. She's one of the few people that started with the 850 Club Elites and during one of our beginning stages. Okay. And she took action. And that's the problem. Many of you all are not taking action. Hey, congratulations to Jeffrey. Congratulations, sir. I saw that. Congratulations, Jeffrey. Welcome to the 850 Club Elite, sir. 850 Club Elite. I don't even know if he's still up in here. Oh, okay. She said, this is Ingrid. I'm still in the process. I got you, Ingrid. I got you. Okay, cool. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Because the photo's so small. I got you, Ingrid. Oh, man. Listen, Ingrid she was at our home buying event. Done deal. Somebody grab a fork. Put a fork in her. She done. Now she's improved her credit score, and now she's starting the home buying process. Not bad after joining us in January, right? Imagine not being where you want to be, where your goals are. Imagine not accomplishing your goals, and then we show you what you need to do, and you get there. That's what it's all about. Adina says it's not over. Veronica says write this down. It's not over, right? Ingrid says she already know it's not over, right? Maine is in the house. Appreciate you being here. James says this is true. This is true. James says 2025. Come on, James. Come on. All right. It's not. Listen, Currency says it's not over for any of us. 2025 debt free and approved in Jesus' name, in his name's sake. Amen. Booker, you got some competition up in here. Okay. Now listen. I'm telling you, there's a couple different things up in here. Okay. Let's see here. Watch this. Flower Circle says, I was told by a firm a charge off on my credit is irreversible, although I paid it off 6 years ago. Is that correct? Incorrect. So by what they're talking about irreversible, that just simply means that the company is not going to remove it. But if it's disputed and it does have inaccuracies on it, then it most definitely can be removed. But charge-offs aren't as bad as you think, especially if you paid it off. You paid that off 6 years ago, you're fine. No one cares about it. People see banks and financial institutions, they care about debts that you are ignoring. Okay. But if you have enough recent activity that's positive, they can overlook certain things. But you got to show the banks what they want to see. They can't tell you this because they know you'll be doing it just because they told you to do it. They want to see you already have the profile in place. They don't care that you get the information from somewhere else, but they can't tell you. This is why banks they don't just have YouTube channels say, all right, this is what you need to do. They're not going to do that for multiple reasons, right? For multiple reasons. Richard says going through the pre-qualifications right now, so scary. But you know what, Richard? He knew it himself. He's taking action. He's taking action. Travis, no, he's been taking action from us for years, right? Now, Caleb says, Mr. Calvin, I got a question. Are you teaching at Harvard University? You sounded like a professor. No, I'm not. I appreciate that though. Coach Elizabeth's in the house. She says, Calvin, you can sell water to a fish. Oh my God. Listen, I'm just showing you all what's possible. I'm just showing you all what's possible. I want it to make sense to you. There are some people who get into the chat. They're like, what he's talking about don't make sense. What he's talking about doesn't make sense. Oh, snap. I saw that, Matthew. Matt, you still here? Matt, are you still here? Congratulations, Matthew, and welcome to the 850 Club Elite. Congratulations, Matthew. Welcome to the 850 Club Elites. Y'all not playing around. Y'all not playing around. But see, that's the thing. It's easy to join something. I'm not looking for you to join something. I want to be clear. I want you all to come in. I want you all to come in here. You should come in here and act a fool. You should come in here. Listen, you should come in here. You need to go straight to the classroom. Let me move some of this stuff out the way. Because if y'all still crazy enough to be here, y'all crazy enough to actually accomplish y'all goals this year. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you. Oh, wait, is that it? Oh, no, that ain't it. I almost messed up. Okay, let me show you. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Let me show you guys something. Soon as you get into the 850 Club Elite, all new members, this is what, even if you're a new member, old member, if you're like, Calvin, I joined, I didn't do anything. Listen, I don't need you just to join something. I'm not looking for you to join something. I want you all to get results. I want you all to get what you came for. What do you want this year? The first thing I need you to do, first thing you need to do is read me first. Okay. Make sure you get all the information. We got orientation. Once you get past orientation, I need you to go to the classroom immediately. Immediately. Okay. Here, the first thing a lot of people want to do is increase their credit score. Click on, I want to increase my credit score. Once you do that, it's going to show you everything you need to do to increase your credit score. For example, if you right here, I show you everything you need to do. If your credit score is between 600 and 700, I show you exactly what you need to do. If your credit score is between 300 and 600, I'll show you exactly what you need to do. I also, listen, I know some people say, well, Calvin, you'll never talk about disputes. This is why I don't talk about disputes often, because I like to set expectations. I've mastered how to build around negative items. I've helped people get into a home with negative items on their credit report. I've helped people get to 700s and 800s with negative items on their credit report. I've shown people how to lower their car payments, get high limit credit cards with negative items on their credit report. So you can still do disputing. Yes, you can. But you need to know we can't just be relying on disputing. Listen, many people have become so reliant on disputing, they don't even want to do the math on how much money they've spent on credit repair, how much time they've spent on writing letters, sending letters, doing all the stuff that people talking about online and all the rest of this stuff. Listen, this is at the bottom. I put this at the bottom. You know why? Because this is what banks are looking for. You need to understand how credit works. You need to understand what needs to be added. You need to understand how to maximize certain things. You need to understand trade lines, authorized users, all that stuff. That's there inside the classroom, right? You say, I want to lower my, listen, everything you need is in here. Everything you need is in here. Replays is in here. Everything you need is in here. Listen, this interview comes out Thursday. They saw it weeks ago. This interview comes out next week or in 2 weeks from now. Again, they've been saw this already. Okay. Then we got the calendar. This is everything that's coming up. Look at that. I think we just added another one too here. We got Jackie coming back, the whole lineup. Every week, tomorrow morning, we got a call. Who gonna be ready for the 8 a.m. call? I'm checking in with you every single week. I'm making sure you have some type of progress. No more saying, oh, I'm gonna get a house, and then the whole year go by and you're not close. No more saying I need a better car. No more saying listen, when you go to the dealership, you should be in there for half an hour or less. We spending 15 minutes doing a test drive. We're doing 15 minutes doing paperwork. That's it. We're not waiting on banks to approve us. We already approved. Somebody put in the chat, already approved. You already approved. Look at this. People got questions. They throw it inside of here. Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on in here. Okay. Everybody's got questions. Everyone's talking about certain things. Everyone's making progress. They got questions. Either way, Let me go back into this real quick. Is any of this helpful? I want to make sure that this stuff is helpful. Let me stop sharing. Okay, we about to wrap up, guys. We about to wrap up. But anyway, B. Dale says that car payment was insane. He felt the same way. That's why we lowered that car payment. For those of you all who are just joining us, let me show you what he was talking about. This is somebody that's a part of our 850 Club Elite right here. He lowered his car payment, guys. Y'all see that? That's the stuff we do here. That's what we do here. That's exactly what we do here. He went from a $948 monthly payment to $814. Y'all see that interest rate? He went from 18% to 10%. He can also go 9% if he wants to. He can listen. We're cutting interest rates in half. Where did they do that at? Where did they do that at? Look at that. Look at that interest rate. 9.24%. He's at 18. I'm putting y'all to sleep. I'm putting y'all to sleep up in here, man. Anyway, all right. J. Rob says, glad to be a part of the 850 Club Elite. Appreciate you being here, sir. Zoombat says, exit of finance, and that's part of the reason why I'm here. Oh, we done with them. We getting out of that loan. We getting out of that loan. Anybody that's paying double-digit interest rate, we getting out of those loans this year. This is the year. This is the last year that you have low limits on your credit cards. This is the last year you get denied. Now, we can't. That don't mean you won't get denied for a lot of things, right? Key, she has over 50 plus credit cards. She got denied for a credit card. She got a 800 some credit score. She got denied. So denials do happen. I'm talking about denied because of your score. Okay. She wasn't denied because of a score. She's denied for some else, some other BS reason these banks be saying. Okay. But I'm telling you, if you do this the right way, if you show the banks what they want to see, you will have these results. That's why I'm constantly showing you this. This is more than just information. I'm going to give you information and I'm going to show you what happens when you take action. I'm going to show you what happens when you listen to me. If you listen to me, I got you. I got you. Booker says, that's okay. It's room for everybody. You better believe it. Richard said, listen, Southern California is so expensive, but I work and live here. Richard, we may have to buy some property elsewhere. I was talking to an elite member yesterday and she says, Calvin, you know what? I stay in California. She says, listen, the houses out here is crazy. I'm just going to buy some in another state. For real. Okay. So check this out. Shoot says, if you have a charge off that shows up on your credit report, that's from being an authorized user. Oh, man, this is deep. This is deep. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? We always talk about being authorized users. What happens when they file bankruptcy? What happens when they late? What happens when they charge too much? What happens if they close the account? What happens if they file bankruptcy? Or what happens if, of course, it was a charge off? What happens if it's a charge off? Oh, shout out to Antoine. Antoine, appreciate you, brother. Listen, Antoine just first off, we talking about an elite member. This man hit the ground running. This man joined the elite. Don't worry, Ashu. So I'm gonna get back to you real quick. Antoine joined the elite. He wasn't playing around. He came in, started asking questions, got answers to his questions. He got a game plan. He's not messing around, man. Listen. Appreciate you, man, for being here and not only leading by example, really. Okay. Also, too, we got that updated information too, so we're gonna update that game plan too, brother. So either way, Shoot says, listen, and I didn't know. Can you dispute it? Absolutely. You better dispute that. Listen, you better dispute that the fastest way possible. Okay, because you had nothing to do with that. You had nothing to do with that. Okay, so keep that in mind. But keep in mind, history shows up on the report. But you most definitely want to dispute that as soon as you can, even if they pass. Oh, especially if they listen. You most definitely could do that and keep us posted. Please keep us posted. All right. Ace says action. Oh, Ace, listen. Ace is still watching some. He's still about 40 minutes before this. And of course, Jamie's in the house. Appreciate you being here, Jamie. Per usual, 850 Club Elite. All right, guys. Listen, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Y'all been here long enough. I greatly appreciate you all being here. Listen, like I said, if you want to accomplish your goals this year, I'm telling you, keep watching this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Watch these videos. Share this information if you think people should know this information. This is free information. But if you want to get there faster, if you're serious and you want to get there faster, you need to join the 850 Club Elite. If you want to get there faster. Now, don't get me wrong, because see, here's the thing. I know what you're going to do. Because most of us do this. It's a natural human thing for us to do this. We're going to say we're going to do something, and then we're going to put it off. Don't put it off. It's going to cost you more to put it off. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Some of you all look at price and cost. Price is how, of course, that's what you're paying for something. right? If something is $30, that's what you pay for something. But what is it going to cost you if you don't get the information? Let me show you all basic math. Watch this. This is some basic first grade kindergarten math. This is Dejan. By Dejan joining, and Dejan, please let me know if I'm messing up your name, brother, please. His payment was at $948. If he drops his, if he chooses to go to lower car payment from $948 to $814, that's $134. Y'all see that? That's $134 a month. $134 a month. This would have cost him over $130 a month by not getting the information. Are you all hearing me? This is what this again. So what is it costing you? Your landlord is going to keep going up on the rent. They have to. They have to make money. And they're going to go up just because of just random reasons. They're going to do it. Your landlord will do it. I promise you, they will do it soon. You have no control in that scenario. Put yourself in a position of control. Stop walking into the dealership, just taking whatever interest rate they're going to give you. You should have an idea of what you qualify for. They're not doing you a favor. No more, hey, I need y'all to look out for me. They don't need to look out for you. You need to go in there and you looking out for them. They need you. They need you. Somebody put in the comments, they need me. The banks need you. They need you to take that mortgage, but they need you to qualify though. The dealership, they need you to get a car, but this time it's going to be on your terms. No more, nobody, listen, in 2025, we're not looking for favors. We're not looking for hookups. We're not looking for somebody to do something for us. We're going to do it ourselves in 2025. But here's the thing. We can't just talk about it. We got to put ourselves in position. I'm putting everybody that want to be put in position. All right. That's a lot this week. There's a lot this week. Shu says, I'll be in the elite this week. So you'll be hearing from me. Thanks, Sledge. Thanks, Cal. Appreciate you being here. All right. Listen, you most definitely want to do it. And then, of course, Coach Olivia said, she says you don't have to. If you don't have to dispute it, don't do it. Yeah, listen, that's with anything for sure. But listen, guys, the banks need you. I'm telling you, the bank needs you. Listen, the banks need you. The dealership needs you. The lender needs you. They need money circulating. They need people borrowing money just because of that. But they're going to make sure they're going to try to put you at 18%. No more of that. I'm getting everybody out of bad loans this year. We're restructured. We get the best terms. We get the best interest rates. We get the best terms. We walk in, we get approved. It's not just having a score. We're going to put that score to work. Okay. Either way, guys, I'm done. I'll see you guys on the next video.